Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy coming at you with a new review. How are you doing? I want to apologize because usually I have my That Cologne Guy board in the back. I'm in the kitchen, but today it was either film or down here or basically don't get the episode out. And I try to get my episodes out every single Friday. So I'm back down here working and I had a little break and I wanted to film for you. So this week I'm taking a look at none other than Vanille Insensée. And so this is, you guys know that in the last 4 weeks, so this is my fifth one, I'm taking a look at the 7-sampler set from Atelier Cologne. And you know that every single one has a hashtag that accompanies it. And this one is, hashtag about last night. Ooh, mysterious. Romantique. Hashtag about last night. And so the question that absolutely begs to be asked is, does Vanille Insensée truly live up to its hashtag name? Stay tuned and find out. All right, welcome back, everybody. This, of course, is Vanille Insensée by Atelier Cologne. And before I talk about the notes, I want to quickly welcome all the new subscribers. You know, this week has been different because usually when my episode pops on Friday, I'll get a few new subscribers, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, trickling into Monday, and some comments. And then usually it kind of stops until the next round around Thursday or Friday. My episodes come out every Friday, of course. This week was actually flipped because over the weekend I didn't really get too much, and then all of a sudden around Tuesday I started to get a fair amount of new subscribers. So I want to say welcome aboard to you. You can check out my channel trailer here, and if you're new to the channel, I have a 5-spray system and I review a fragrance. And then at the end of the episode, I actually spray that number out of 5 onto myself. I have done well over 100 reviews now, and so I might be switching to a different format where I'm going to do more top 5s and things like that, and kind of do fewer of the actual fragrance reviews, because one issue, of course, is if you don't like the actual fragrance, you might not watch the episode, right? So I'll do more top 5s and things like that, and I hope you will enjoy that. So welcome aboard. Thanks so much. Again, don't forget to turn on notifications and like, share, and comment. I want to start off by a couple of interesting notes. Before I get into the notes, I always do that little pun. I seriously do not mean that. When it comes to the name, so let's do a little a language exercise here. This is Vanille Insensée. So I assumed, wrongly, that it meant vanilla incense. But, you guys, if the French speakers out there, absolutely let us know, because I could be wrong on this, but I just did a little research. It's my understanding that in French, incense is E-N-C-E-N-S, which I think is encens, E-N-C-E-N-S. I don't think you pronounce the S at the end. And so this is not that. This is I-N-S-E-N-S-E-E. I'll put it down there in post so you can see that. But with an accent over the first E. So this is not incense. This is insensé, not encens. And so this, I looked it up, and this word is an adjective. Vanille is obviously vanilla, and you don't pronounce the L at the end. And then, so it's feminine. So this is the feminine form of, it's an adjective, insensé, and it means one of 4 things. It could be extravagant, excessive, phenomenal, or insane. So my question to you, and I want you to put this down in the comment box, which one do you like better as far as a translation? Do you like extravagant vanilla, excessive vanilla, phenomenal vanilla, or insane vanilla? And maybe even put a hashtag, all right, just to make it even cooler. So this, I wrongly assumed. I thought it was vanilla incense, and it is not. So I'm going to go on my end. I think I'm going to go with. See, The word excessive, I bet, is probably in French excessive. All right, and so that just sounds really cool too. So I'm going to go with insane, and that is kind of a precursor and foreshadowing into my review. Let's take a look at the notes. This guy has many notes, but the real big players here are vanilla, jasmine, vetiver, and lime. Lime is on the top note, and so. This one is quite unique. I will certainly give it that one, but of course, so you start off with a very citrus blast, and then it slowly goes into the smokiness of a very dry. I guess it wouldn't be smoky really, but it's a very dry vetiver, and it's rounded off with some jasmine. Of course, it has a ton of vanilla in it. That almost goes without saying, and I think what's going on here. This one kind of has an identity complex. I have to say, I'm not. I'll just let the cat out of the bag now. For all 12 people viewing this, I am not a huge fan of this one. I feel like when it comes to Vanille Insensée, I feel like it tries to do too many things, and I feel that it doesn't pull off any of them. And so, in other words, it's the opposite of linear. It's almost like too complex. This smells to me like. If you had a vanilla latte in a mug, and you were at a campfire at some sort of party outside, and you had a big fire going, and at the end of the night, people said, "Okay, it's time to bring in everything," and you pick up the mug and you're taking it back to the kitchen. So you're going to go back into the house. It's been near a campfire. It's empty. But it had vanilla latte in it. And then you walk into this kitchen, and for whatever reason, whether it be your kitchen, if you're the host, or somebody else's, but whoever it is, they bought recently a lot of new things for the kitchen, like spatulas and things like that. So it's plastic. So think of the smell of new plastic. And then on top of it with kind of a smoky, dry element, and then on top of that it's vanilla. So it's just really, really weird because it's like they're trying to pull off like crowd pleaser, because it's got amber in it. It's like crowd pleaser meets sexy gourmand meets hipster. So this doesn't work for me. If I really want to go the hipster route and do the whole plastic kind of Play-Doh smell, I would go Cyber Garden by Costume National. I like that one. And it has vinyl in it, by the way. It has a vinyl note. So if you're going to go hipster, what is more hipster than vinyl? Okay, not MP4, not CD, but you have to say vinyl. So if you want a vinyl note, then you would want to go Cyber Garden. I actually really like that one. If I want to go the plastic kind of Play-Doh route. This one, though, is odd because it's not a very soft, alluring vanilla for me. It's very, very dry and kind of standoffish and austere. And so, again, it's because of the vetiver, I'm assuming it's because of the vetiver. And it's got oak moss, too, but I pick up vetiver more. It has this kind of, smoky feeling like it's been near a campfire. So I'm just not really feeling it, Atelier is French for workshop. So this company is called Atelier Cologne. So it's the idea of a cologne workshop. So what they're referring to, I'm assuming, is this notion of, going in and creating these in a workshop and having this brainstorm and creating these incredibly fantastic smelling and innovative fragrances, ones that go out of our comfort zone and our, we think outside the box and other buzz expressions. But I certainly commend them for that. But so inevitably with many releases, because I do like this house, many releases, there's going to be a couple that you just don't really care for. This is one of them for me. Okay, so with regard to longevity, sillage, and projection, I would say 6 to 8 hours on longevity, but definitely closer to 6. You could barely get a work shift out of this, but then again, don't forget, I don't spray on my clothes. So if you are a person who sprays on your clothes or hair, you would definitely get closer to 8. I found it about the 6-hour mark is when really it dissipated completely. And then for projection, the first 2 hours are very, very strong, and then after that, so I guess I'd even go arm's length in the first 2 hours. And then after that, relatively close to the skin so it'd be from 2 to 6 for me. and then maybe 6 to 8 again if you put it on your clothes or hair. Now, sillage was quite good though. Sillage was good if you're wearing this in an event and you're coming in and out of rooms, etc. Then it would absolutely work for you. People would notice it, and but it's not too strong because I know they're trying to promote this notion of a romantic night. Remember our hashtag. So the hashtag is about last night. So obviously this is supposed, and it gets better actually, or worse depending on your point of view. This one is, this one goes on to say, don't ask, don't tell. So it says hashtag about last night. Don't ask, don't tell. So obviously they're trying to, this is more of a romantic nighttime scent. That goes without saying. So in that sense, I think it does live up to its hashtag, but the description unfortunately lives up to its hashtag too, or its description. I mean, it lives up to its description because it says don't ask, don't tell. And that kind of goes with this review. I mean, it's kind of like, it's like, here, smell this, don't ask, don't tell. So unfortunately, the answer is yes, it lives up to about last night. This is more of a romantic, late night, intimate scent. It's definitely not, it won't project so much that if you were out on a date, that it would be way, way, way too strong. It certainly would be closer to the skin, especially after the 2-hour mark, and invite someone to get closer to you and ask about your fragrance. And that's what you want. But don't ask, don't tell. Come on, guys. That's a little. So unfortunately, it also lives up to the description because I won't ask and I won't tell on this one. All right, so now moving on to the gender, I would say this one is safely on the feminine side. For me, this one would be, they're all unisex, but I would put this off to the feminine side. A little too feminine for me, certainly, but I think this would probably smell better on a woman, and I think it would be probably a 75-25 split, meaning 75% women own this and 25% of the guys. That's just my take. Now, age group could be pretty much anything, but because it's this notion of a romantic night out, I would say, probably 18 to 30 on this one. So the target audience, as far as the person most likely to be wearing this, especially as a signature scent, to want multiple bottles of this, would probably be 18 to 30 and female. So I've already mentioned event. Now, when it comes to season, one thing I do like about it, though, is that I don't even really know if I could come up with a season. If I had to, I'd probably say practically every season, but maybe summer. I mean, I guess if it were really, really hot, but then again, there's really nothing. I mean, it's got lime in it. It's got lime and it's got vanilla, so that's not really going to be too cloying. So quite honestly, I think the event outweighs the season in this one. So this would be something that you would reserve for close encounters, an intimate setting, romantic night out, regardless of season. So the big question then becomes, what am I going to go with as far as my rating system? In terms of my rating system, I'm going to have to go 2 out of 5 sprays on this one. So one of the things that kind of a telltale sign for me of whether if something is a 4 out or a 5 on a sample is that I will wear it every single day, and I'm usually like holding off just a little bit of juice for the review, right? So I have enough to spray on me during the review. Now, when it's a 1 or 2, I find myself starting to wear other fragrances throughout the week and just kind of, basically getting ready for the review and ready to move on. And that was the case. You can see here I've got a fair amount left, and it's a pass. So it's not a detest, though. I certainly don't detest it. It's just a pass for me. So I'm going to go 2 out of 5. This one is not blind buy safe. You can make an argument that people in frag heads will always tell you that no scent is blind buy friendly anyway. But there are certain ones that you would definitely want to sample first. Definitely, this is one of them. You would either really, really appreciate it, or it would be a pass for you as well. And so, without further ado, I'm going to go 2 out of 5. So I'm going to go 1 on each wrist. for Vanille Insensée by Atelier Cologne. Here we go. 1. Boom. And boom. Seems weird to give 2. I'm so used to 3, 4s, and 5s. Sometimes even the elusive 6. 6 out of 5 sprays is very elusive, and that is the crème de la crème. So this one is not going to be fantastique for me. And, you can't like them all. If you do like it, let us know. I've already asked you to comment below if you like extravagant vanilla, excessive vanilla, phenomenal vanilla, or insane vanilla. And I'm going to go with insane vanilla. And I like that they even said, don't ask, don't tell. What is this, Vegas? So I'm not really sure what's going on with this fragrance. All right, folks, that was Vanille Insensée. I've got 2 more to go in this sampler set, and then I'm moving on to a different format for the channel. Hope you're doing well, and always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. So for the bonus feature, I just wanted to clarify one thing. One thing I mentioned in the review was that it was kind of bugging me because I knew there was oak moss, and I also could sense a very strong dry vetiver, but I kept making this reference in the episode to a campfire because you get a strong smokiness to this, and I was thinking, vetiver might be dry, but that might not give you the smokiness, and so I looked it up, and there's also in the base notes oak. So I'm assuming what I'm really picking up in as far as that smoky element is the oak, and then the dry element is more from the vetiver. But I just wanted to clarify that because, it frankly was bugging me. Take care.